Have you ever achieved something, and instead of feeling happy, you immediately thought, "What's next?" You worked hard, you reached the goal, but somehow, it still didn't feel like enough. If that feels familiar, you're not alone. And today, we're going to explore why this happens and how to break free from it. There's an ancient Greek story about a man named Sisyphus. He was punished to push a heavy rock up a mountain, only to watch it roll back down again. And he had to repeat this forever. Strangely, this is how many of us live our lives. We push, we achieve, and then the satisfaction disappears. We set a new goal, a higher standard, a bigger mountain, and the cycle continues. This is what psychologists call the perfectionist mindset. In this mindset, success is never truly accepted. It's either never enough or never fully appreciated. So no matter how much you achieve, you still feel like you're behind. But there is another way to live. Another Greek hero gives us a different path. His name is Odysseus. His journey was long, difficult, and full of uncertainty. He faced storms, monsters, and years of delay. But unlike Sisyphus, his life wasn't just about struggle. He experienced growth. He found meaning in the journey, and when he finally reached home, he allowed himself to feel fulfilled. This is what we call the optimalist mindset. The difference is simple, but powerful. A perfectionist is trapped in an endless climb. An optimalist is on a meaningful journey. So, how do we become an optimalist? There are two key shifts. First, ground your expectations in reality. Many of us set goals that are either too high, which creates anxiety, or too low, which creates boredom. Real growth happens in the middle, when your goal is challenging but still possible. This is where you feel engaged. This is where you grow. This is where you feel alive. Second, learn to accept and appreciate success. This sounds simple, but it's not, because many of us are trained to immediately move on. We achieve something, and instead of celebrating, we say, "Okay, what's next?" But if you never pause to feel your progress, your mind learns that nothing is ever enough, and that becomes your reality. There's also a deeper truth we need to accept. You cannot have everything, not perfectly, not all at once. In today's world, we are expected to succeed in our career, be present with family, maintain our health, build relationships, and still have time for ourselves. Trying to do all of this perfectly is the fastest way to feel like you're failing at everything. So instead of asking, "How can I do everything perfectly?" ask a different question. What is good enough in each area of my life right now? Good enough doesn't mean giving up. It means choosing consciously. It means respecting your limits. It means creating a life that is sustainable. And something surprising happens when you do this. You become more focused, more present, more fulfilled. Instead of trying to do everything at once, you give your full attention to one thing at a time. When you're working, you work. When you're with your family, you are truly there. When you rest, you actually rest. And life starts to feel whole again. So if you've been feeling like your efforts are never enough, maybe the problem isn't your ability. Maybe the problem is the standard you're trying to live by. You don't need to climb an endless mountain. You can choose a meaningful journey. There's a book that explores this idea in a really thoughtful way. It's called The Pursuit of Perfect by Tal Ben-Shahar, and it gently challenges this belief that we need to be perfect to be happy. Instead, it introduces something more forgiving, more sustainable, a way of living that allows space for growth and imperfection at the same time. So, if something in this video spoke to you, if you've been feeling that quiet pressure to get everything right, you might find something meaningful in that book, or honestly, in any of his work. Only if it feels right for you. Only if you feel that small inner pull. Quick homework, the good enough experiment. For the next 24 hours, try this. Pick one thing you would normally try to do perfectly. Just one. It could be finishing a task, replying to messages, how you show up socially, even how you organize something. Now here's the rule. Do it, but only to the level of good enough. Not sloppy, not careless, just good enough. When you feel the urge to overthink, fix one more detail, go back and polish again. Pause and ask yourself, is this improving the outcome or feeding my need for perfect? If it's the second one, let it be done. At the end of the day, ask, what happened when I stopped at good enough? Did anything actually fall apart? Or did I gain time, energy, maybe even a little peace? If this video brought you value, please like, share, and subscribe to Simply Happy Now so we can continue exploring how to live with more clarity, balance, and true happiness. I'll see you in the next video.